You're watching dcbornrob, Erasing Borders.
It is Friday, April 18th, 2025, and this is the latest breaking news for Latin America. I have two big stories and props to give to a senator who's gone abroad on behalf of a constituent. So I want to give props to him at the end, so meet me on the other side. But let's just jump into the first story right away. American killed after attempting to hijack a plane in Belize. A knife-wielding U.S. national was fatally shot in the chest after attempting to hijack a Tropic airplane in Belize on Thursday, officials said. A state of emergency was declared at the Philip S.W. Goldson International Airport after Akinyela Sawa Taylor, 49, began attacking people inside the San Pedro-bound flight at 8:30 a.m., according to officials. The hijacker slashed several people aboard the plane before another passenger shot him, with the suspect succumbing to his injuries, Newsweek reported. During the incident, the Cessna Caravan V3 Hig was circling the airport in random directions before landing at the airport at 10:12 a.m., officials said. Concerns were growing over the situation as the aircraft was running out of fuel while circling the airport. Police and emergency personnel rushed to transport the suspect and aid the injured after the aircraft came to a stop on the runway. Belize's Commissioner of Police, Chester Williams, touted the passenger who shot Taylor as a hero. The plane was carrying 14 passengers, including 2 Americans, as well as 2 crew members. It remains unclear how Taylor was able to get a knife on the plane, police added. Colombia versus U.S. trade showdown. Tariffs ignite an auto export firestorm. The drama kicked off when the U.S. slapped a 25% tariff on Colombian pickup trucks, labeling them as commercial vehicles. Colombia fuming over what it calls a violation of the US-Colombia trade promotion agreement, retaliated with a hefty 35% tariff on U.S. ethanol imports. This tit for tat has sent shockwaves through Colombia's $1.2 billion auto export industry, which relies heavily on the U.S. market. The dispute has escalated to the World Trade Organization, where Colombia argues the U.S. misclassification is bleeding its economy dry, with millions in losses piling up. The U.S. doubling down insists its tariffs protect domestic industries. This isn't just about trucks. It's a battle over trade fairness, global supply chains, and economic survival. With both sides digging in, the outcome could reshape bilateral trade and set a precedent for future agreements. Will Colombia's auto sector hold strong, or will the U.S. tariffs stall its engine? Okay, so stay tuned for any updates on that, because obviously this is fluid. Now, thanks for meeting me on this end. I just wanted to give props, number one, to Senator Van Hollen of Maryland. This is a profile in courage. I'm not sure of his exact motivation, because truly, personally, I believe that any representative that does something, it's to benefit themselves. But if he can benefit himself and benefit his constituents, I'm all for it. So if you're not familiar with this, Senator Van Hollen has actually gone to El Salvador to attempt to see Abrego Garcia, who was, if you're not familiar with his story, you probably don't watch TV or YouTube or something if you're not familiar with the story, but he was snatched off the street by ICE or another governmental agency, and he was sent to prison in El Salvador for no crime that anybody can articulate. Senator Van Hollen, who should recognize us at this channel because we reached out to him many a time in attempts to help with the Stevenson brothers, who were held in an Ecuadorian prison for, 5 or 6 years at that point when I was introduced to them. By the way, they are free, and that is truly the blessing of this channel. This channel has never helped to accomplish anything that big before. And still, to this day, I am proud of what we did as a channel with your assistance, of course. Writing the congressmen, writing the senators, the FOIA request, everything that was done was to get them free, and they are free. I pray the same thing happens for Mr. Abrego. At least he gets his rights held. He gets to enjoy due process like most people in this country do. And if he's convicted of a crime, he's convicted of a crime. But let's at least send him to trial and not just disappear him. This is the first time I've ever heard of the United States disappearing one of its citizens or one of the people who are inside this country. We just disappear them. It's crazy to see that the government has done that, but it is what it is. And I'm not trying to get political. I just want to give props to Senator Van Hollen for doing the legwork, and going to El Salvador on behalf of his constituents. It doesn't matter left or right. I don't care. I don't like either side. They're all corrupt. So again, my personal belief is they don't move unless it benefits them as well. So if he gets something out of this too, I really don't care. The end result is what matters. And hopefully that is the release of Mr. Abrego Garcia. But we shall see. Anyway, you're up to date with the latest news out of Colombia and Latin America. Thank you guys for watching. Remember to travel, but travel safe.
You like this video? If you did, make sure you go down and hit subscribe. And definitely like. It helps that YouTube algorithm. You know what I'm talking about? See what I'm saying?
So hey girl, thanks for coming by my place.
No worries. You mind if our girlfriend can come by with us?
Hell no. This why I watch dcbornrob.
Kini excited, dili na mag-online. Kung sabay dugayan, chika babes kay nasulan. Ay dali padulan, ako ang padulan. Karamelum-luman, dili-dili na tuluman. Ay shock pa, makalok-kaloka. Si Bona sexy, lawas murag Coca-Cola. Ang kaanyag ni mo sa akong kalibutan nga saan. Wala ko ikatubag, ikaw ra kong matawag. Murag kagabun sa kabugnaw sa taas. Kain mo paghawas, lawas ni mo labas. Sinut walay gas-gas, ako amo bas-bas.
Headed to Medellin, Colombia? See my guy Andres with Nomad Travel for safe airport pickups and drop-offs and tours. Contact information in the description below.